Belmont Park on this Friday. Tomorrow, Triple Crown Try for Justify. 90,000 is what they cap it at. And again, they still have a couple of seats available, they're telling me, but we'll get all the information now from the boss, the guy who runs NYRA, Chris Kay. Chris, welcome. How are you?
Mike, great to have you here.
Thank you. My pleasure, as always, to be here. And you have a Triple Crown horse, so it's a very big event. And I know you went to capping it at 90 because of what happened that time. You had all the people in here and everything. You ran out of everything. People climbing over the fences and everything else. Can people get in? Can they still get tickets? Where are we?
Yes, they can get tickets. We've got general admission available, as well as a few tickets in our higher dining areas that are still available. Not many, but a few. And so I urge everybody. NYRA.com, BelmontStakes.com are two great places to go. It's going to be a fantastic day tomorrow. We've got so much in terms of world-class horse racing, great entertainment, great hospitality, and as you said, possibility of a hugely historical day coming our way.
Another possible Triple Crown, and now the weather's going to cooperate. It's been such a rainy spring. I mean, it seems like we just expect rain. Looks now like the day cleared out, and we're going to have a good day tomorrow.
It's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be gorgeous. Thank the Lord. We have good weather.
How about things going on right now? I mean, this area we're at Belmont right now, there's a lot coming. There's a lot going to happen here. We know the Islanders, now they have Lou Lamoriello running the franchise. They're coming here. Belmont's going to change. So this is going to be a very busy time for NYRA and for Belmont.
It is. We're going to create, along with the Islanders, the finest sports entertainment district in the country. And it's a challenge when you have two different organizations trying to create one destination. But we are on the same page all the way with this New York Islanders ownership group and the New York Arena Partners ownership group. It has been a pleasure to work with them, and it's very exciting what we have in play.
And they showed that they mean business by bringing in one of the great general managers in the history of sport, not just hockey, in the history of sports. They brought in, he's 75, and if he still thinks he can do it, and he does, he wants to run it completely. I know Lou very well. He's serious, and he will build a winner. I mean, there's no question. So that's a step in the right direction. When did things start percolating here?
Well, the work is going on right now. It's the preliminary work with our architects. We also have to go through a process with the state, environmental impacts and all of that. It's our hope that they will be finished with that process in March or April of 2019 and will commence construction immediately thereafter. And then they would be able to open their new arena sometime in, say, September, October 2021.
Will Belmont be closed for an entire year at any point?
No.
It will not?
No. So our intentions are to do the same, to be able to get certain permission, go through the similar process, and then begin after we leave Belmont Spring and go to Saratoga in July of 2019.
Gotcha.
We'll be building it in phases, but we hope to be able to have it all completed in 2021. Now, we will still, it is our plan to run the Belmont Stakes here in 2020 as well.
So we're not going to miss the Belmont Stakes?
We're not going to. Okay. That's our plan.
All right. We're talking about Chris Kay, who runs NYRA, the CEO of NYRA. Saratoga changes. I see that you did something top of the stretch, right? Did you put a new area in the top of the stretch there?
It's awesome. I can't wait to show it to you when you come up. So we had 5 sections at the end of the grandstand.
I know it, yep.
We sold about 16% of the tickets. And we've said we want to attract a younger audience. And so we've created an area called the top of the stretch, where you have to be ticketed to get in. It's restricted access. And you have your own bathrooms. We have an incredible kitchen for you, a huge bar, and for every 2 seats, there's a 15-inch iPad, and you can wager on that iPad. You can order food and have it delivered to your seat. You can call for your car service and Uber.
That's a good deal. And so the kids can congregate there and hang out.
Exactly.
And bingo. You know, the success that the Red Sox had in left field in Fenway Park, where if you've ever been up there, it's a great place to watch a game. There's 400 seats. They have their own food up there, your own bathroom. It holds like 450 people, but it's almost like you're at your own ball game up there. So they really created an enormous thing there, almost what you're doing there at Saratoga. So you want a place where the kids can say, hey, this is a nice place to hang out and have some fun.
Correct. And the response has been phenomenal. Our consultant said...
Are you selling those in advance or just a day of?
Day of is the only thing left.
Okay.
So what we did was we worked with a consultant who said, you know, you can sell 85 to 90% of your inventory on a season pass basis, but hold 10 or 15% for people for day of so they can experience it.
Right.
We sold all of the season pass stuff within 3 weeks.
Wow.
It was phenomenal.
I know, it looks good. I saw it on the... I was on there doing some stuff with the horses, and it came up on the screen for Saratoga, and And I saw it, and I said, wow, it looked pretty interesting in the way they set it up. So I could see that being a big hit up there. First of all, everything's a big hit up there, but I could see that really being a big hit up there this year.
I think so.
It's a good idea.
I really can't wait to show it to you.
And what else anything else new for Saratoga this year?
Oh, yeah. Well, the day after the meet is over,
right,
we'll begin to break ground on a new 3-story building at the end of the clubhouse.
Really?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's going to be air conditioned. So we'll have roughly 36,000 square feet above ground. We'll have 11,000 square foot kitchen with a consultant recommended by Bobby Flay.
Right.
So we're going to have great food and beverage. On the first floor, there'll be a 525-person banquet room.
Right.
On the second floor, we'll have 2 rooms. One will be for major groups, say if you have an alumni.
Gotcha.
But I'm looking forward to it as an area where syndicates can bring their owners and potential owners,
gotcha,
have a great day. The other side is going to be much like Legends. So if you have a box, you can then, for an additional charge, become a member of this club, go there for lunch, then go to your box at the middle afternoon. If it's hot, you want to get out of the heat, you can go there. You want to have a drink, you can go there. It'll be fun. And the third floor will be 6 truly luxury boxes.
6 boxes?
Yes.
That you'll put up, obviously, for bid for whoever wants it. Okay.
Exactly.
But that's gonna, and that will that be open for Saratoga the year after?
Yes.
It will.
Our plan is to start September of 18,
right,
and be finished in time for the opening in 19.
Saratoga right around the corner. We're talking with Chris Kay, but first the Belmont Stakes. That's what's right here starting tomorrow, and they capped the crowd at 90. If you're coming out, what do you want to tell the folks tomorrow if they're coming out? Let's say they're coming out for the backyard. What do you want to tell them that they should be doing tomorrow?
The backyard is going to be fantastic. We're going to have a major village of food trucks, over 30 food trucks in the backyard. We've got entertainment going all day. Come early. I think the gates open at 8:30.
8:30. First race is like 11 something?
11:30, correct. Okay. And then the Belmont itself goes off around 6:45.
And it's a great day of racing. I mean, it's incredible. Stake after stake after stake. Great day. The undercards are unbelievable. It's an incredible day of racing. It really is. This is a good day of racing today. Tomorrow is an incredible day of racing. It really is.
6 Grade 1 races tomorrow.
Absolutely. So, and so it's a busy time right now. There's a lot going on. Now, how about NYRA and sports wagering? You see it's going to come to Jersey quickly. It's already in Delaware at Dover Downs. It's already at the tracks in Delaware. Pennsylvania's ready to jump online. How is NYRA throwing their hat in the ring as far as this thing? You seem like a natural for this.
I agree. I think we are a natural. You know, we've been having customers come to our place for decades.
Right.
We've been regulated by the government successfully for decades.
So you're vetted and everything's set up.
Exactly.
Plus you have a clientele that's already established.
Exactly.
Right.
And so in January, we testified before the State Senate Committee on Racing to say, look, in New Jersey, the statute is for racetracks and casinos because they've regulated those industries for decades. Here in New York right now, it only applies to casinos who've only been operating for a year or two,
right,
where they've successfully regulated racetracks for decades. So you should include us for that reason alone. Second, what about competition? We're far more conveniently located than certain places upstate.
Absolutely.
And competition brings the best out in terms of service to the folks in here in New York.
And I mean, the Big A, as an example, all year round is an incredible place for it. I mean, how many people live within a subway ride at a Big A?
Well, you know, you're looking at 8 million people within a 30-minute subway ride.
Right.
And the A train comes there, and so it's fantastic. So we feel as if, you know, we very much appreciate the work that some of our lawmakers are trying to do to help us with the current statute, and we hope the day will come when we can provide that same service.
How quickly could you be ready to get a track in for sports betting? Is it going to be an elaborate change for you or not that hard?
No, it won't be that elaborate for us for 2 reasons. Number one, we've already been regulated for decades. And number 2, our betting platform, which we selected back in 2014, is with something called the Global Betting Exchange. Right. It is the most sophisticated of its kind in the world, based in Ireland. And so all of the things that you see being successfully performed in Europe have been done by that group.
Bingo.
Including in Australia. So they can do this.
No, it's a natural, you guys are ready to do it. I mean, there's no question. It seems to me to be a natural thing. It just, you wonder how long it's going to take each state to get up and get operational. For some of these states, it's new. I would think New York, as sophisticated as New York is, I would think they could get up and going pretty quickly.
Well, I think it's good, though, to take a certain amount of time to make sure you do it right.
Right.
Being first is not as important as being right.
Right.
And there are a lot of issues, I think, that needs to be resolved and worked out. And I think think that the state of New York is doing a very good job in trying to make sure they're careful and do it correctly. We would just like to see some legislation passed so that we could be included in that process.
All right, how about tomorrow, as far as the Belmont, as far as what's going on with the horses? What has it been like for this week with Justify? I mean, how has it been to deal with the owners? They have 1 million owners for this horse, number one. I don't know where you're going to put all their people. I mean, this horse has got more owners than, it's got like 100 owners with all these syndicates.
I know.
And then the idea of just having the big horse on the grounds and stuff is an interesting thing, right? I mean, this horse is getting a lot of attention.
Oh, this horse, and justifiably so, no pun intended.
Yes.
I mean, I love this horse. It's a wonderful horse, and it's captured the imagination of millions of people across the country. What's also been great is that Bob Baffert has been with us in various events. So
he's been everywhere.
So on Tuesday night, we had the draw at Citi Field for the first time. It was a very cool event. Bob threw out the first pitch, and then Wednesday morning, Elliot Walden and Mrs. Trout and Bob Baffert and I were there to ring the opening bell.
Absolutely. At
the New York Stock Exchange, and then do a segment on CNBC. Bob's been great.
Yeah, he has. He's gotten very used to this. He told me this time, he's on a little while, he told me this time he was going to try and enjoy it more than he did last time. He's a little less uptight, I think, this time around. Since he's been through it. But it changes everything. I mean, when you get a chance, these weeks go very quickly when you have a Triple Crown horse. There's a lot. It changes the event enormously, so there's a lot more to do.
It starts on Saturday. We had a parade with 1,000 people. Sunday, I was on television. Monday, we had a big press event here with the new county executive for Nassau County. Tuesday was the draw at Citi Field. Wednesday, we were at the Stock Exchange. Last night, we were down at the Bryant Park Cafe for a wonderful event for the Jockey Club. And today, I'm on TV and on radio with you.
Well, listen, we wish you well. It's going to be a big day tomorrow. It sounds like it's going to be an interesting time for NYRA, both here, what's going on here, and what's going on in Saratoga. So it's an interesting time for the game and for what's going on with NYRA.
It is. And what we're trying to do is make sure that the next several generations are going to have an opportunity to see horse racing at its best and fall in love with it.
Well, thanks very much, Chris. Good to see you. Good luck tomorrow. Have a good day.
Thank you, Mike.
Chris Kay, back after this.